I've got so much room for activities. It's like putting bunk beds in a garage. Well, welcome to episode 10 of my dream garage build. As you can see, the weather has decided to put a stop to all outdoor construction, especially roofing. So we had to make some real quick decisions on what to do to get all this new construction through this winter, and then we'll pick back up in the spring, obviously. But came a little early this year, which of course, whenever you're trying to do something, that's when you get the early snow. And this is our 4th or 5th snowstorm that we're getting today of the year, and we aren't even out of November yet. So not typical for New Hampshire, but typical for my luck. So today's video, I'm going to kind of walk you through where we're at, what we got to, what we didn't get to, and what we decided to do. Look at this hot mess, to get us through the winter here without getting any damage to all this beautiful lumber that we have in place. So without any further ado, let's get started. So with the winter coming up on us pretty quick here, we had to make a decision on the roof and decided that we were not going to have enough time to take care of the shingles. So just ended up doing a tarp just to get us through this winter. So not adding to the property value that much right now, but it'll serve its purpose of keeping snow and rain from damaging those trusses or that new nice decking that we have up there. And then in the spring, we'll be able to get the roof on there. Actually, you can see the roof sitting in pallets right next to the building, but unfortunately, the winter has set in and set in quickly, so I didn't have a chance to get it up there. But this nice wide shot, you can really get an idea how big that garage is in comparison to the rest of the property in the house. It is quite the structure. I seriously cannot get over how small the boat is in this garage. I thought when I brought that in, and the truck too, the truck takes up a lot of space, but I thought with the, once I got the boat in here, it was just gonna feel real small real fast. And it's tucked in the corner. Actually, it's not even as far back and over as it could go. And I've got so much room for activities. It's like putting bunk beds in a garage. So it's a bit of a mess in here for sure. But for the winter, it's perfect. And this can all get sorted out in the spring when I'm feeling a whole lot better, hopefully. But got some miscellaneous lumber over here. I still got my snowblower that I have to put on the tractor. And you know, some roofing materials, the front 2 doors. As you see, we did put the doors in. This one is actually all set to go. It just needs to have the torsion spring tightened up. And on the other door, that's just sitting in place for the winter, because I have to get a track extension kit, because I want this door to come up and stay tight to the wall, then turn and go to the ceiling, because I don't want to lose this nice high ceiling over here just because I have a 7-foot door. So for now, the door's tucked in place, got the brackets in place just to hold it, and the top one's got a little toenail in there keeping it in place. So that's just for weather. It was actually, you know, I was going to tarp these, but these doors go up so easy, especially when you're not doing the top railing part. It just made more sense to just put it in place. So there's a nice echo in here, as you can as you can hear. Tons and tons and tons of space. So I'm in love with this thing. I can't wait to get it all finished and get it all decked out in here. For right now, I threw up 1 line of LEDs. I've got a total of 4 that will be in here. And they're actually laid out up here. This particular run won't even be here, there'll be nothing in the center. But every 8 feet, there will be a line of LEDs. So what we're looking at for light down here right now is literally less than 25% of the amount of LEDs that I have to do the ceiling in. But I'm not gonna do that until I can get the ceiling in first, because it's just a waste of time to put them all up, then have to take them all down just to put the ceiling in, then do it again. So yeah, pretty psyched, man. So one of the things that really annoyed me when I was doing my research to determine whether or not I wanted to build was the complete lack of information from anyone who's done anything like this to be willing to talk about the cost side of it. So I don't know whether that is out of embarrassment or just, you know, people get weird when it comes to money, but I think it's very important for a build video like this to include the actual costs so that you guys can hopefully get an idea of really what something like this costs, at least at this point. So I'm gonna give you a kind of an update here on where we're at cost-wise, and theoretically this number shouldn't change much. If you remember the original video, I thought we would be somewhere around 30,000, and I knew, in fact I said in the video that that was a bit of a dream. I'm never ever on budget with anything, and this was no exception. So let's take a look here. I'm not gonna go line by line, but you can. You'll see everything's kind of broken down, and there's all of my costs. Now down the bottom here is our big number. Drum roll. Oh God, that's not 30,000, is it? 42,048 is where I'm at. Now, obviously that's $12,000 over what I had told my wife. Yeah, so that's going over like a fart in church, but truth be told, you see what we've built here. It's huge, and everything that you see on the outside of this, when it's all said and done, I've got a 50-year roof going on it. Every exterior piece is either composite AZAC or vinyl. So we're talking, or aluminum for the doors, and I mean the garage doors are aluminum, the man door is fiberglass. I'm not gonna have to ever touch anything on the outside of this building. Windows are vinyl. I mean, there isn't a piece of wood on the outside. So I also have, as part of that cost, refinishing my existing garage, consisting of new doors, new siding, obviously. So, you know, take I would say, it wasn't that expensive. Maybe take about 5,000-ish, maybe a little more out of that number for just the garage portion itself. But most people aren't butting their garage up against another garage, so there's a whole wall there that I really didn't have to do much of building. So I would add maybe 1,000 or so, 2,000 back onto that number. So you're somewhere, if this was a freestanding standalone 40 by 40, I would be somewhere around, I guess I would put it at 48,000. I'm sorry, 38,000. Way to go. Math is hard. About 38,000 bucks for that garage. Now, I'm not sure what that works out to $1 per square foot, but I don't think you can get much cheaper than that. And it's a quality build, 2x6 construction, extra heavy 3/4 inch decking on the roof, 5/8 on the sides. You know, nice doors with glass in all doors. It's a really good deal. I'm very pleased with that price when all said and done. So you can build it. This is a $110,000 garage to have built. I'm getting it in at 42,048. I'm not complaining. As you can see, there's a breakdown here as to what makes up that number. So overall building materials, so that's mainly your lumber, trusses, all that stuff, came in at 15. I've got $3,100 worth of tools, but if you also remember, part of that number is the scissor lift that I bought, which I'm going to be able to resell. And actually, I might be working out a deal with my neighbor to buy a really cool Japanese mini four-wheel drive truck. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it's wicked cool. I've always wanted it. He's moving, and he needs a scissor lift because he's building a brand new house. And I need that mini truck. I don't need that mini truck, but I just want it, and I think you guys are really like watching me tool around in that thing. Services, so some laborers that I paid, and let's see, I forget what else is in that number, but something else. Backfill, that was what really got me. I did not account for almost $5,000 worth of backfill to bring the grade up, and then also a ton of stone is in that number as well. It was a total of 17 triaxles for $5 grand worth of material there. Concrete, the floor and the foundation totaled at $19,000. The doors, 36, and 363 bucks in lighting. Although I should probably put in the security stuff to another $273. The garage is automated and secured, multiple motion sensors, door sensors on all the doors. And I ended up putting another Habitat home automation hub out in the garage as well, to make sure that it is reliable. So yeah, all said and done on that end. I guess that's you know, it is what it is, but I'm pleased with it. That's a lot of building for that kind of money. Spring we'll pick back up, but for now I'm going to kind of stop the video processes for this garage, because really there's nothing going to happen over the winter, and in the spring we'll pick back up as I finish the siding, get all the doors operating, start doing some work on the inside, putting the lift in, doing the electrical, all of that stuff will happen in the spring. So I'll crank out some other content between now and then, but yeah, we're just gonna kind of put this project on hold, and we'll pick it up in another 4 or 5 months or so when things start to warm back up again. But I appreciate everybody watching as always. Make sure you like and subscribe if you like it, and want to see more. Other than that, everybody have a great day.